So Portland First Baptist Church, and it holds about 600 people. And it's kind of like this, like a three-sided stage, and there's like a balcony, and yeah, it's really great. Everybody has a good view. It's got good acoustics, and I wish I could take y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how long will you be there then?
Just for a week.
Just for a week?
Yeah, we'll give 4 concerts. Like basically, not this weekend, but next weekend. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And yeah, so okay, all right. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here.
We're glad
And
you're here.
yeah, our schedule knowledge is working out. We're remembering when the classes are and all of that. So make sure you have enough room, and let us begin. Actually, I think I'll turn my chair just a little bit here, so I'm kind of more like this. Yeah, perfect. Good. Yeah. Okay. So we start with this teaching from Swami Rama, who is like the big teacher in our tradition, that the first practice is also the last practice. And very simply, sit as tall as you can without exceeding your capacity. And this means to find a spot on your chair where, if possible, I encourage you to see what it's like, to not use the back of the chair. Although, if that's the best way for you, then definitely use the back of the chair. If you're using the back of the chair or not, let your breath flow naturally. And let the breath help you to unwind your spine. Just let all the wrinkles and the kinks, the tensions, let those dissolve as you let the breath flow up and down the spine in a wave-like motion. Breathing through the nose, breathing through the left nostril, which is regarded as the lunar or moon-like nostril, with the energy that is reflective, that is inward, that is receptive, that's cooling, that's feminine. And breathing through, at the same time, the right nostril, which is symbolic of the sun or the solar energy, the extroverted, active, outward directed masculine energy. And it's these two nostrils, these two energy conduits, represented by the moon or the feminine, and the sun or the masculine, that combine in the human in a balanced way, and is what is meant by yoga, or the unifying or the yoking together of these energies, so that we are neither one nor the other exclusively, but we balance that energy. We balance the reflective, cooling energy of the moon with the shining brilliance and warmth of the sun, by breathing in a balanced way through both nostrils, and letting the breath merge into one stream as we sit, breathing normally, and letting the breath move our body, and letting the breath flow in a wave-like motion along the central nervous system, along the spinal cord, which is why the posture becomes so important, is to let the energy flow as unimpeded as possible. And that's why we're here, is to exercise all of the joints and glands so that it may be possible to feel that energy flowing more smoothly and to feel the benefits of good circulation and good energy flow and the ability to sit tall. So I'll invoke the intuitive teaching spirit, the Hiranyagarbha, the golden moon. Hiranyagarbha darabda Sheshavyasa dimadhyama Swami Shri Rama Padahanta Vande Guru Parampara Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And as you continue to breathe and feel the floor under your feet and the chair under your body supporting you, on your next exhalation, let your chin descend towards your chest. As you exhale, let your arms just dangle beside you. Bow in like a big letter C, letting your spine curve in. And as you inhale, let the spine open up and lift your heart, lift your chin, let your arms and shoulders come onto your back. And again, as you exhale, fold in, just moving your spine in these flexing and extending movements, letting your face relax as you bow forward. As you inhale, the air fills up your torso. It helps to lift your heart, open your neck and your chin. And as you exhale, you're rounding yourself in and letting yourself fold in, relax. Use your feet to keep you from falling out of your chair. Explore the movement, letting the breath do the work for you. Feeling your body responding to the breath. So as you're exhaling and the air is going out, there's a softening in your belly and your abdomen that allows you to collapse. And as you inhale, that air is filling up that space, filling up your lower lungs and your ribs, all the way. You're taking complete yogic breaths. And as you exhale, you smoothly round that corner. Each breath, it's like squeezing a tube of toothpaste, gently just getting all of the air out. And then you inhale to the bottom of your lungs, all the way down through to your pelvic floor. Feel as though you're inhaling all the way to your tailbone. And then as you're exhaling, same thing. Feel the air flowing up from the tailbone, just like you're rolling up a tube of toothpaste and getting the last little bit all the way out, but without ever exceeding your capacity. At any moment, if you feel like you just need to pause, you can. You feel the breath moving without stops or starts or pauses. And after a final exhalation, let the ensuing inhalation just bring you up to your vertical position. And pause for a moment. And let us continue with another exercise for the head and the neck and the spine. So as an exhale begins, let your right ear descend towards your right shoulder, opening up the opposite side of your neck. As you inhale, your head comes back up to front and center. And then the next exhalation, the left ear descends towards the left shoulder, opening up the right side of the neck. Inhalation brings you back up. Your arms are dangling. And as you exhale, your right ear towards your right chest, you can even let your spine kind of curve over so that your opposite rib cage opens a bit, the space between the ribs, I mean. And as you inhale and you come up back to center, your exhalation smoothly takes your left ear towards your left shoulder, and maybe you let your right side of your rib cage open a little bit so that your spine is also curving over, just within your capacity. Continuing as you exhale, right ear comes down, maybe your spine opens a bit, those ribs get into the movement, you feel the movement in your back and your side, your abdomen. And then let your next inhalation just bring you back up to front and center. And we'll continue now with a third exercise. When you exhale, when the next exhalation comes upon you, let your head rotate to the right so that your chin comes over towards your right shoulder and your head is just rotating to the right within your capacity. Your inhalation brings you back to front and center. Your next exhalation takes your head in a rotating movement towards the left shoulder. The inhalation brings you back to center. And again, as you exhale, your head turns to the opposite side, to the right side this time. And the inhalation brings you back to center. Now your arms are dangling, and as your head rotates to the left, once your head reaches your shoulder, if you want to take a little rotation in your torso also, you'll notice your feet become a little active, and your inhalation still brings you back to front and center. As you exhale, your head turns first, turns towards that right shoulder, and then maybe you try a little rotation of your torso to the right as well. Arms are dangling. And now, wherever you are, when your inhalation comes upon you, let it bring you back to front and center, and place your hands on your knees or on your thighs, and prepare for exercise number 4 for the head and neck. This is the turtling movement. Now, remember those two nostrils, your left nostril and your right nostril, regarded as the lunar and the solar nostrils. They're flowing freely. You're breathing through your nostrils, breathing naturally and normally. And as you inhale this time, imagine that you're pulling your nose and your face forward on those two strings of the breath so that your head comes forward like a turtle. And then as you exhale, you uncoil that string and the back of your skull travels towards the wall behind you. You tuck your chin. And again, your inhalation brings you forward, just like you're gently drawing in the air through both nostrils. The head, neck come out like a turtle. As you exhale, you uncoil those two strands, the moon and the sun, and the skull comes back. You do that one more time, drawing the head forward on the breath, filling the body with the breath, and then the exhalation, you feel an emptiness as you exhale, and the skull retracts towards the wall behind you, chin comes in. And now, just let yourself breathe your way back to your relaxed front and center position. And we'll move into lion pose, the simhasana. So energize your feet, spread your toes, feel your soles of your feet, the balls of your feet, your heels expand in all directions across the soles of your feet energetically. Feel your palms on your knees, spread your fingers. Let your breath lengthen your spine, send your tail back towards the chair behind you. Draw your heart forward. Lion pose, we open our mouth, stick out our tongue towards our chin, open our eyes wide, and we get to the top of the inhalation. Exhale and fold forward from the hips quickly. Then relax. Relax your head, your eyes, and your back of your neck. And your hands are on your knees. Use your hands with an inhalation, pressing down. Use the whole inhalation to come up slowly so that you stay in an equilibrium. And one more time, energize your feet, hands, heart. Preparation for Simhasana. Send your tail back. Draw your ears back alongside your head. Draw your heart forward. Open your mouth wide. Stick out your tongue. Open your eyes wide. Exhale. Pitch forward. Relax completely. Relax your shoulders, muscles in the back of your neck, your face, and just come up with a complete inhalation. Use the full inhalation, just like we were doing before, to fill your body with a complete yogic breath, okay? And then relax. Now, we're talking about something called the yogic breath. So that's, normally you breathe shallowly because you're at rest. And normally we breathe about a pint of air. That's about how much air comes into each breath cycle. We call it the tidal volume. But what's amazing is that everyone's lungs, man or woman, actually can hold almost 3 times that much or more than that, you know. So like you picture my lung here and it goes up to here and it's, you know, larger down here. It's about 1 liter. And then, you know, if I held 2 liter bottles, that's about my lungs, you know, and yours too. So the lungs are there when we have to breathe hard, you know, because we're working. We can use more and more. But part of the yogic breath is to actually flush the lungs, just like the Humboldt Bay, like the tidal cycle. You know, it comes in and all that fresh ocean water comes in and brings in nutrients and flushes out, you know, silt, all those kinds of things, and then it goes out again, each tidal cycle. So the yogic breath, like what we're doing today, is we're really breathing fully, like we're really taking the breath down into the lower portions of the lungs. We're visualizing that, right? And we feel that expansion. And then when we exhale, we're really exhaling completely like a tube of toothpaste, just to really get that air moving. But we're doing it in a way that doesn't cause hyperventilation or discomfort, you know? So that's the idea with all these practices. Now, let us continue head and neck movements, exercises. Number 5, we did forwards and backwards, that was 1. We did side to side, that was 2. We did rotation